Hey, Raiders fans. The excitement is real today because we are diving deep into the future of the Las Vegas Raiders and talking about who could be leading this team into the next era. There's been so much chatter about Pete Carroll's future, and honestly, it's time to have that conversation openly. Pete has had a long, storied career, and while he's undoubtedly legendary, there comes a point where every era evolves, and for the Raiders to take the next step, change is inevitable. I want to be clear, this isn't about disrespecting him. It's about the trajectory of this team. If the Raiders want to reach their potential, there's a conversation to be had about leadership, vision, and who can bring the silver and black to new heights. Now, when it comes to the head coach search, this isn't just a matter of picking someone because their name sounds good or because they have prior experience. The Raiders are positioned in a unique situation, likely holding the first overall pick, which is a game changer. This pick gives the team leverage to attract coaches who are ambitious, innovative, and ready to build a dynasty from the ground up. I've taken the time to rank 10 coaches who I believe could take over in Las Vegas, starting from 10 and moving all the way to my top choice. Every single one of these names brings something unique to the table, and in my opinion, each would be a significant upgrade over staying the course with Pete Carroll. The challenge is not finding talent. It's about aligning that talent with the Raiders' vision for the future. Starting with number 10, Jeff Hafley. Currently the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers, Hafley has spent the last 2 seasons orchestrating one of the league's more disciplined defenses. His background is impressive, a blend of NFL experience and a solid track record in college, having led Boston College from 2020 to 2023. Hafley is 46, which places him in a sweet spot for energy and experience. He's been coaching since 2001, and his ties to the Sean McVay coaching tree give him strategic mindset that could translate well to Las Vegas. While he might not be the headline grabber for many, his methodical approach to defense and program building ability make him a candidate worth considering. At number 9, Mike Tomlin, head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tomlin's resume speaks for itself. A career without a losing season since 2007, a Super Bowl championship under his belt, and the respect of players and peers alike. But here's the rub. Playoff victories have eluded him since 2016, and there comes a time when a fresh start benefits both sides. Tomlin is a defensive-minded leader who commands respect and knows how to build a staff around him. Imagine him in the Raiders organization, pairing his defensive acumen with a team ready to draft high-end talent. He could be exactly what this team needs to stabilize and elevate performance, blending discipline with innovation. Number 8 is Joe Brady, currently the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. At 36, he's one of the younger candidates with a proven record of developing quarterbacks and innovative offensive schemes. His time at LSU, working with Joe Burrow, showcased his ability to maximize talent and operate within the evolving college football landscape. In Buffalo, he's continued that trend, helping shape one of the league's most dynamic offenses. For the Raiders, a coach like Brady could pair with a visionary offensive coordinator to create a dual-threat system capable of elevating a young quarterback like Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore. His creativity and modern approach to offensive strategy make him a compelling candidate for a franchise looking to take a bold step forward. Number 7 is Robert Saleh, a defensive-minded coach with ties to the Shanahan tree. Saleh has often been overshadowed by the teams he's been part of, but his skill set and leadership are undeniable. Much like Dan Quinn, who rebounded from setbacks to achieve success, Saleh has the ability to take a challenging situation and turn it into an opportunity. He's respected by players and peers, known for his football IQ and adaptability, and could bring a fresh perspective to Las Vegas. His background and experience make him a strong candidate, particularly if the Raiders are seeking someone with defensive prowess and the capacity to innovate. At 6, Mike McCarthy, a Super Bowl-winning coach with experience across multiple quarterbacks and systems. McCarthy has navigated challenges with ownership in the past, yet his track record of success remains intact. He's 44, bringing a blend of experience and strategic thinking. McCarthy could implement a winning culture while also mentoring emerging coaches on his staff. Pairing him with an offensive-minded coordinator could yield a system capable of long-term success. His ability to balance experience with the potential to develop talent aligns with what the Raiders need if they are looking to rebuild while remaining competitive. Number 5, Mike LaFleur, currently offensive coordinator for the Rams, represents one of the more intriguing possibilities. Coming from both the Shanahan and McVay trees, LaFleur brings modern offensive thinking, innovation, and the potential to connect with young quarterbacks. At 38, he has energy, insight, and experience in multiple systems. While hiring him carries some risk, his ability to create dynamic, adaptable offenses makes him an exciting candidate for a team willing to embrace forward-thinking strategy. Brian Flores sits at number 4. Flores is known for his defensive mindset, bringing relentless pressure and tactical acumen. Having been Miami's head coach and now Minnesota's defensive coordinator, he's proven capable of managing challenging situations while developing players. Flores is meticulous, driven, and has the respect of the league. His ability to implement aggressive schemes and mentor staff members like Josh McCown, a former quarterback-turned-coordinator, could bring immediate improvement to the Raiders' defense while fostering long-term development. Coming in at number 3 is Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers. Minter has honed his craft under elite coaching mentors and has a championship pedigree from Michigan, where he coordinated a national title-winning defense. At 42, he brings youthful energy and a sophisticated understanding of defensive strategy. The connection to past coaching success, combined with his adaptability, makes Minter a serious contender. While he may be eyed for college opportunities, the Raiders could present a platform for him to prove his leadership at the professional level. Number 2 is Chris Shula, defensive coordinator for the Rams. Shula embodies football from the ground up, with ties to the McVay coaching tree and a reputation for defensive excellence. At 39, he represents the blend of youth, knowledge, and pedigree that makes a coach capable of developing both players and a cohesive system. His strategic vision and ability to connect with a roster position him as an exciting candidate to transform the Raiders' defense while complementing an offensive-focused quarterback plan. And at number 1, the pick that could define the Raiders' next era, Klint Kubiak. Kubiak brings experience as an offensive mind in Seattle, with prior coaching stints across Minnesota and New Orleans. Known for maximizing quarterback talent, his approach to offense is both innovative and adaptable. Pairing a young franchise quarterback with Kubiak's system could launch the Raiders into a period of sustained competitiveness. His balance of experience, creativity, and ability to develop talent makes him, in my view, the optimal choice to lead Las Vegas into a new chapter of football excellence. Now, with the top candidates laid out, it's time to dive into what the future of the Las Vegas Raiders could actually look like under these coaches. Let's start with the broader picture. The Raiders have a unique opportunity right now. With the potential first overall pick in the upcoming draft, the team has the leverage to not only select a franchise quarterback, but also attract a coaching staff capable of building a championship-caliber team around that player. This is about more than just hiring a head coach. It's about defining an era. The right choice could set the foundation for years of success, while misstep could cost the franchise momentum might not be able to regain for a decade. A key factor in this process is alignment. Whoever takes over in Las Vegas must understand the roster, the culture, and the expectations. This is not a place for a coach who simply wants to maintain the status quo. It requires someone willing to innovate, someone who can work with a mix of veteran talent and young prospects, and someone who can adapt to the modern NFL while keeping the essence of Raider football alive. That's why candidates like Klint Kubiak, Chris Shula, and Jesse Minter stand out. They bring a combination of tactical knowledge, energy, and a proven track record of developing players at every level. These aren't just names on a list. They are architects capable of constructing a program designed to win immediately while building for long-term stability. Consider Klint Kubiak my number 1 pick. Kubiak's experience in Seattle has shown that he can take a quarterback and help him reach new heights. Sam Darnold's performance is evidence of Kubiak's ability to unlock potential, and the offensive system he runs is modern, adaptable, and aggressive. Pairing Kubiak with a highly talented draft pick at quarterback could instantly change the trajectory of the Raiders. Imagine drafting a player like Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore and putting him in an offense designed to amplify his strengths while hiding his weaknesses. Kubiak's philosophy is centered on maximizing talent, which is exactly what a team in transition needs. The combination of a skilled QB, a visionary offensive mind, and a supportive, adaptable coaching staff could be transformational. On the defensive side, Chris Shula and Jesse Minter offer compelling visions. Shula's defensive schemes with the Rams have demonstrated both creativity and discipline, blending pressure packages with coverage versatility to confuse opposing quarterbacks. His background with the McVay tree gives him insight into how offenses operate at the highest level, and he can anticipate trends, allowing him to adjust in real time. Minter, with his championship experience at Michigan, combines strategic thinking with the ability to lead a defense that can dominate both in college and professional environments. Both coaches understand the importance of building a staff that complements their strengths, ensuring that the Raiders would not just have a head coach, but a system where coordinators and assistants thrive under clear leadership. Then there's Brian Flores. Flores brings a mentality that is aggressive, relentless, and methodical. His track record in Miami showed that he can take a struggling team and instill discipline, structure, and belief. He's not afraid to bring pressure and force teams into uncomfortable situations, which is exactly what the Raiders need to reassert themselves in the AFC West. Pairing Flores with a young offensive coordinator like Josh McCown could create a balance of power between offense and defense that allows the team to adapt to any opponent. The synergy between a head coach and coordinators cannot be overstated. These are the relationships that dictate whether a roster's potential is fully realized or wasted. Mike LaFleur and Joe Brady represent a slightly different approach, one more focused on the offensive evolution of the game. LaFleur, despite some risk in his prior performances, has shown flashes of brilliance and a capacity for innovation. His ties to both the McVay and Shanahan trees make him capable of blending schemes and philosophies to create a unique offensive identity. Joe Brady, on the other hand, has already demonstrated an ability to develop elite quarterbacks and execute high-powered passing attacks. At 36, he's young, energetic, and deeply familiar with the modern game's pace and style. Either of these coaches could pair beautifully with a top quarterback draft pick, giving the Raiders an offense that is not only competitive but ahead of the curve strategically. Looking at veterans like Mike Tomlin and Mike McCarthy, the conversation shifts slightly. These are proven winners with established philosophies and championship experience. Tomlin brings discipline, respect, and a defensive-first mindset. He has shown that he can sustain success over long periods, which could stabilize the Raiders and set a culture of professionalism and accountability. McCarthy offers offensive ingenuity, experience managing elite quarterbacks, and a deep understanding of building a complete team. Both would be strong choices for an organization that values immediate credibility while still developing long-term talent. Their leadership would ensure that young players are mentored correctly and that the coaching staff functions cohesively. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers drifted through the league this week as a curious exchange involving the Chiefs' head coach found its way into locker room chatter and late-night sports radio. According to people close to the situation, the coach delivered a sly, almost offhand remark that many insiders interpreted as a jab at the Raiders' tumultuous season. The comment wasn't caught on camera, nor was it part of any official press availability, but it spread quickly, first among reporters lingering near the practice field, then across social media, where speculation thrives like wildfire. Those who claim to have overheard the moment say the coach wore a half-smirk when discussing the divisional landscape, allegedly musing that some teams make things harder for themselves than the scoreboard ever could. The line, vague enough to dodge responsibility but sharp enough to sting, immediately sparked theories that it was aimed squarely at the Raiders' ongoing struggles. Within hours, Fans were dissecting every syllable, debating whether it was a genuine dig or simply a playful distraction during a long season. Raiders sources, unsurprisingly, weren't thrilled. Though no official response has surfaced, murmurs inside their camp suggest the comment didn't go unnoticed. A few players were said to have raised eyebrows, convinced the quip was less accidental and more calculated. After all, tension between these franchises has lingered for generations, and any perceived slight, especially coming from the rival currently enjoying steadier footing, tends to amplify existing friction. Around the league, analysts have been quick to weigh in. Some argue the coach was merely teasing reporters in the way veteran leaders sometimes do, tossing out a mischievous line to break the monotony. Others insist it reflects deeper confidence flowing through Kansas City, the kind that invites a bit of swagger. Whether intended or not, the episode has added a new layer to an already fiery rivalry, stirring anticipation for whenever these teams cross paths again. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.